Back to Tom's Garage. It's been a while since I did a video. I figured I would do one for you. I guess the last video I did was about the toenail. It wasn't too good of a video, was it? Sorry, guys. Today I'm going to do a simple, quick little video. Got a little push mower that won't start, and we're going to check that thing out. Y'all hang loose there. There's a old McColloch. This is about 10-year-old push mower. It's got the Briggs 675 EX series. McColloch. God, it's been a long time since I've seen a McColloch. Customer states it just will not crank. Looks like you drug it out of a lake. But we're going to check that thing out. And also, guys, check out my buddy Dave, DNR Small Adventures, man. He got him some new stickers, and he's been sending out some stickers. He sent me some stickers, but I stuck them somewhere and lost the damn things, or I'd give him a sticker shout out. Let me get this camera set up, guys. We're going to see why this thing will not crank. Alright, and y'all don't forget, check out the Finest Edge too, boys. Finest Edge in the lawn care business. Alright, hang loose here. Well, let's give this thing a pull. First thing I want to do, nothing hits this table without having his oil. Let me take his hat off. I'm going to get this thing greasy. Well, anywhere I lay it's going to get greasy. First thing I do is check the oil and stuff, man. It's a good habit to be in. Real good habit. There's full. And there's the level, so it's got way too much oil in it. But it's enough to crank. See, man, when these small engines, they don't have oil pumps. They have little oil slingers in the bottom of the engine that slings the oil all over the inside. That's how it gets its lubrication. When you put too much oil, you will drown that oil slinger. It runs off the cam gear. It's just as bad as not having any oil in it. If it can't sling it, because it's got too much. Anyway, that's good. Get that thing locked back in there. Well, let's see. It's got oil. The fuel smells fresh. I got the engine control cable clamped. Let's give this thing a pull. Ain't that a weird looking handle? I've never seen one like that. I don't like cranking things on the table, man, waist high. I just don't like doing it. Well, no cranky. It's an automatic choke. It has no primer. It has no throttle control, no manual choke. So I'm going to look. First thing I want to look at is the carburetor. I want to see if it's choking. And see what's going on with the carburetor. I can see right there it's choked. Check the air filter. Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Well, that's probably why it's not cranking. Look at there. There's no crap on that to stuff a pillow. Look at that. That's solid as a rock right there. That's probably why it ain't cranking. And don't have no tools laying on this table when you crank something, man. That right there will go through your gut. Let's see if she'll crank now that she can get some air, but she should have hit. Nothing. Well, little carb cleaner. This will, if it hits and runs for a second or two off of this, that tells you it's a fuel problem. It will eliminate. It'll tell you it's got compression. It'll tell you it's got fire if it hits. So I'm going to stick this right past the choke. I'm actually going to pull that. I'm going to push that choke open and squirt this stuff behind it. So we know we give it some. Ready? Still nothing. Well, I should have did this first, man. I always pick them up. Unplug the spark plug wire, of course. Nothing's bent. The blade looks good. Not hit anything with it. Boy, that ain't got no compression hardly. Look at it. Well, let's just check the spark plug just to make sure that. Well, let me test the spark. Well, I can't really see the spark tester. Well, maybe you can. Maybe you can see it and tell me if it's got fire. Set that somewhere like that. I'll tell you, that's nasty right there. I usually put a piece of black electrical tape on one side, but I can't never get it to stick. This against that black background right there. Let me see if you can see that pretty good. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I believe that's good. Let's see here. What I'm gonna do. Pull that down, pull it over here. That way I can stand on this side. I really still can't see it. It looks to me like it ain't got fire. I got the handle pulled back. The kill mechanism's pulled back like it should be. Usually if it doesn't pull it back far enough, it's still got the coil grounded. Maybe that's not a good round. Let's go right to the spark plug. I seen a little spark. Yeah, I can see spark. It's just bright in there. You can't really see it. Well, let's take the spark plug. Well, that spark plug's loose. Another mystery. That spark plug is like it's brand new. I bet you it wouldn't crank, so he put a new plug in it before he brought it over, and it still wouldn't crank, so that's probably why he brought it over. Dude, that thing is. I got it out halfway out. It looks like it's like a cross thread. That's the wrong spark plug. That's like a RC12 YC right there. That should have like a J19 LM or something in it. See, this is a L-head. This spark plug is designed for an OHV. It's not right. And it's tight coming out. Yeah, right there. This is one of those E3 spark plugs with the funny looking little doohickey on the end of it. Man, junk. That's probably what it is. This spark plug's probably just bad, cheap thing. Garbage. God, look at that. The further out it goes, the tighter it gets. Oh no, this spark plug's too long for this thing. Oh God, look at that. Look at that boogered up little thing right there. That thing has been hit. Look at that. Let me find the camera. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Just a floating spark plug. Yeah, that thing is, it's been smacked. Huh, that ain't good. Wrong spark plug, too long to spark plug. And that spark plug sits right over the exhaust valve. Oh yeah, I can see the metal in there. I can see. Flashlight. Yeah, I can see metal shavings, and them spark plug hole threads are gone. You can see the exhaust valve where it's just been smacked. That exhaust valve hit that spark plug. Yeah, let me do a comprehension check on this bad little boy. The threads ain't so far gone, I can't get this thing to seal good. Alright, it's all the way down on the O-ring, so I'm going to let this gauge rest right there. Don't let it touch that button right there. It'll make sure the camera's got a good angle there. Let me set this thing up here. Yeah, you got to be careful when you set this, because when you pull it and jar it, it could bounce on that release button and you'll think it has no compression. So I'm gonna lay that gauge right there out in the open by itself. That is a crazy looking handle. Look at that. Give this thing a few pulls and see what that gauge tells us. God, that was too easy. Absolute zero compression. This engine is absolutely toast. This thing has probably bent a valve, coupled with the fact that it had too much oil in it, the air filter. I mean, look at the deck under the, look at that, it's just oil. It's just all oil. That's all oil, all over this thing. Let me pick in there again. Yeah, I can see oil has got that combustion chamber filled up. Probably a 1/4 inch full of oil inside that combustion chamber. So this thing has done some internal damage, and this thing is obviously not worth fixing. So, guys, that is another one for the boneyard. At least I got me a fancy handle now. Put on something else. Maybe I could do an engine teardown video and see what that wrong spark plug did to this thing. Let me show you the spark plug that should be in it. Yeah. If I have one. I may not have one. I'm out of spark plug. Nope. Yep, I'm out of spark plugs. Here's a CJ7Y, same thing as a CJ8 or a J19. You see how long it's supposed to be? And this, find the camera here. This is what was in it, and that is what's supposed to be in it. So, there you go. Damage. That's what happens when you go to a big box store needing a spark plug or other parts. If there's nobody around, some snot-nosed teenager, he don't know nothing about it. You know, you're helpless. You got to find your own stuff. You know, that's what happens. That's what happens. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all checking out this video. It's better than a toenail, isn't it? Everybody say goodbye to Mr. McColloch. Sweet dreams, Mr. McColloch. You did a good service, sir.